Hello again, everyone. Today I decided I was gonna de-junk some of my kitchen cabinets. Feeling kind of down lately. The empty nest syndrome sometimes just makes me feel a little lonely, so I decided to put my best 50s housewife makeup on, a little headscarf on, make myself feel a little bit better. And so I figured I'd be cute while I cleaned. So I'm going to show you my cabinet before and then maybe during and then after. So let's go ahead and get started with the cabinet. So here's the outside of the cabinet I'm going to be working on. I'm going to need to scrub the doors. They're a little bit dirty. These used to be golden oak cabinets and my husband and I painted them when we redid the kitchen. So let's open up my disaster area. And this is my my condiment, tea, beverages, cake decorating cabinet. When I started couponing and started to kind of stockpile things, I never really organized everything. So I have to go through here, get rid of some stuff, clean out the cabinets, and make it look pretty, because right now it's driving me crazy because I cannot find anything or get anything without everything tumbling out on my head. So here's my before. And I'm going to take everything out and clean it out and then resort. So I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so I emptied out the cabinet. I haven't started cleaning it out yet. That cord is for the under cabinet light that my husband installed. And I have to say, it's a little disturbing how much stuff I had jammed in this cabinet. I mean, it's like I tried to keep things like with like as I took them out, but it just kind of got overwhelming. So now I'm going to check expiration dates, clean the cabinet, and see, goodly muggly, what I'm going to put back in here, and make a list of things that I still, like my syrup's almost gone. I need to write that down on the list. So this is everything that was in that little tiny 2-door cabinet, and now I have to figure out a way to put it back that's all nice and organized. Okay, so I've gotten one shelf kind of complete. I'm going to call this my beverage shelf, and I wanted to show you kind of what I did. I took all the Crystal Light packets out of their huge containers, and I had bought these little cake pans at a garage sale to do some type of candle arrangement on my Christmas table, but they were the perfect size to put in here. Right there. And I have more Crystal Light. I have my Arbonne Energy Fizz sticks that you add to water, give you some energy, and so that kind of stuff. Then I have my coffee. I have my decaf coffee, and then I have instant in the back, and then I have my overflow coffees here, my filters, and then powdered creamer when we run out of cream and I've forgotten to go to the store. This is our backup. I put my hot chocolates in this basket, and what I did to make them fit is I flipped them over. Like I have half that are standing up normal and then half that are upside down, so they all kind of fit. And these are regular chocolate, and then these are marshmallows, and they say it on the package. I left the no sugar added one in the box because there's not that many, and I like to add those to my coffee to kind of make a mocha. So this is my drink or beverage cabinet. I hate that this cabinet goes into the wall because I think that all that dark black space is wasted because you really can't get into it. So I did have boxes and boxes of tea, which you can see here. These are so far all the packaging that I've been able to eliminate from my cabinets without getting rid of the products. And basically what I did is I have this Lazy Susan cabinet over here, and this is my overstock cabinet. But I'm going to show you that I have a little bit of an issue with tea. These are all my boxes of flavored teas and whatnot. I like these Celestial Seasoning teas, but they don't have tea bag, like little pouches that they put the tea bags in. The tea bags are kind of loose. So if you take them out of the package, you don't know what it is. So I had to keep the packaging for those. And the ones that the Tazo tea, I was able to put in some more of these little cake bins or loaf pans. So I had to move all my tea over to the one cabinet, which is good because you want to keep like things with like things. So this will be my addiction to tea cabinet. So that's as far as I've gotten so far. I'm going to keep you updated as I go along. I want to show you what I'm doing with some of the packaging. I'm combining things that are opened into one package so I don't have half-eaten things. I really think the men in my family are trying to drive me insane because they'll leave you know, a quarter of a cup of peanut butter in the jar and then open a brand new one, and then they leave the jar in there. Makes me crazy. And we go through quite a bit of peanut butter. My husband's a big peanut butter and jelly fan, and my son is on some bodybuilding routine where he can eat peanut butter. So what I did, and some people might think this is gross, I don't think it's gross. I checked the expiration dates, and these two peanut butters, this little one and this big one, had, you know, maybe a quarter cup of peanut butter in it, but they had already opened this big container. So I scooped out the peanut butter from those two jars, and I combined it in this jar, and I stirred it up. You can see my ugly stick. And then that way now I've eliminated two, you know, finished jars, as my men would call it, into this jar, which they will finish. So here is my finished cabinet that's all organized. The top shelf is all of my baking, birthday, anything like that supplies. I don't do a lot of baking anymore now that the kids are all grown, pretty much just reserved for Christmas time and Thanksgiving. So I kind of, you know, really stack things up in here because I don't use them all that much. I did combine all of my gel food colors into a little container. Those are my cake decorating bits, and then up there's a little pie press that I haven't even used yet. So you can see I don't really get in this area of the cabinet too much, so it was okay if things were a little stacked. And here I have my birthday candles, my cake pop sticks, things like that. And then I have all of my cupcake liners. I put the overstock towards the back and the ones that I could use towards the front, and then meringue powder and gelatin. So this is my baking top shelf. Like I said, don't use it that often, so it's okay to go up high. We already saw my beverage shelf, which is all nice and done. And then this is the final, this is kind of like the condiment, you know, quick grab stuff. I put all of my rock salt and coarse salt back there because I don't use it that often, so I can go ahead and get into it. And I have, look, all this empty space for new stuff. And then I have my agave chocolate syrup. I have Caro syrup back there. That wouldn't fit. It was too tall for the baking shelf, so it goes back there. Then I have my ketchup, the one we're using, and the new one towards the back. All of my peanut butter. And then I have breadcrumbs back there. I don't use them that often, but I did combine one of the Italian breadcrumbs. I had two open, so I eliminated a container, and then I have panko breadcrumbs back there. So this is my finished cabinet. This is just one cabinet out of several that I want to redo. So it looks nice and clean, and I will be happy to work in that since I'm trying to cook more. And then I want to show you everything I eliminated from that cabinet. It's mostly packaging, and then this little spice rack thing. I didn't need to put the sugars on there anymore because I don't use them that often. So you can just see just the packaging alone how much more space it gave me in my cabinet. So let's one more time, my beautiful cabinet. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned a few things, and thanks for watching.